we have been sold this meme of Islamophobia, where every criticism of the doctrine of Islam gets conflated with bigotry toward Muslims as people.
Right.
And that is, it's intellectually ridiculous. Even it gets.
So hold on, are you the person who understands the officially codified doctrine of Islam? You're the interpreter of that, so you can say, well, this is.
I'm actually well educated on this topic.
I'm asking you. So you're saying if I criticize you're saying that Islamophobia is not a real thing. That if you're critical of something,
well, it's not a real thing when we do it.
Right.
Well, no,
it really is.
I'm not denying that certain people are bigoted against Muslims as people. And that's a problem.
Bigotry.
But
why are you so hostile about this?
It's gross. It's racist.
It's not. But it's so not.
It's like saying
it's so not. You're
shifty Jew.
You're not listening to what we are saying.
You guys are saying if you want to be liberals, believe in liberal principles like freedom of speech, like we are endowed by our forefathers with inalienable rights, like all men are created equal.
Ben, we have to be able to criticize bad ideas. And
of course we do. No liberal doesn't want to criticize bad ideas.
But Islam at this moment is the mother lode of bad ideas.
Jesus.
So we have
That's
ideas
just a fact.
like slam.
I call them regressive leftists. They have a poverty of expectation. They hold what they believe to be native communities to a lesser standard than the universal standards they claim apply to all white people. In holding native communities to lesser standards, they automatically disempower those communities in the name of cultural tolerance and identity politics.
There's a liberal criticism of power and wealth and privilege that is foundation of this animus you see toward people who criticize Islam in any way. There's also an assumption that people everywhere are the same. People everywhere want the same things. And so when liberals who are not following the plot very clearly look at the behavior of a suicide bomber, they imagine, well, that person, to do something so extreme, that person must have been pushed into extremis by understandable things. I mean, that this person is a victim of oppression in some way, and that now the job is to find out who oppressed him. There are cases where that game can be played to a greater or lesser degree, where you can see, let's say, the Palestinians, who are victimized in many ways, but there are also an endless number of pure cases where you have someone who has all the opportunity in the world, who's never been victimized by anything, who shows no sign of psychopathology, who still reads the Quran and the Hadith and the biography of Muhammad closely enough so as to decide that he should go fight with ISIS, right, and become a suicide bomber. So any liberal doubts about the power of belief just should evaporate in those pure cases, but they don't. They tend to be ignored.
Because it's the only religion that acts like the mafia that will fucking kill you if you say the wrong thing, draw the wrong picture, or write the wrong book.
So you do say.
Wait a second.